single sex in the city, what it might look like and what it should look like. I'm Dr. Trish Lee. Let me tell you what your current sexual experiences might be doing for your brain and how you can transform them from hypersexual experiences to balanced, healthy sexual experiences and what that will do for your brain in the end. Okay, so what am I talking about? I talk to a lot of people, and this is the common theme, is that they're single. So they meet people, and if you meet people in an unhealthy way on Tinder and ask them to come over and have sex, you're going to get an unhealthy sexual partner. And so I've made some videos on that, and you can go check them out. But this is what I mean, is that if you are stuck in an addictive and hypersexual sexual mindset, which comes from the neurology, the neurological functioning of your brain, because your brain's operating out in the extremes, too fast and too slow, which makes it want to go back to the screen to be calmed and stimulated simultaneously. So then you go to the screen, everything on the screen becomes highly arousing to you, and it takes those two extremes, the speeds and the extremes, down, and it pops up for a moment that calmness in the middle, which of course has the B effect of making you more stressed out and anxious and feeling worse, so you have to go back again. But what happens in that case is when your brain is in that pattern, like attracts like. So now you go look for a sexual partner, and what are you going to find? You're going to find someone whose brain's out in the extreme like yours. And what will happen oftentimes, and I hear this from so many people, is that, someone told me last week, actually, a lot of someone's are like, I met this girl and she literally is performing a lot of the acts I see in the screen. Well, of course she is, because she knows that that is what you want. And she's trying to give you what you want to be with you. And likely, she has a very unhealthy brain pattern that is going to feed into your unhealthy brain pattern. So the longer you do that, the unhealthier you will stay, and your sexual being and your sexual relationships. So if you're someone who wants a healthy relationship with a partner and wants a healthy sexual relationship, you can't keep attracting unhealthy sexual partners to you, because you will just continue to get more of the same. So what's the way out? The way out, number one, of course, is to leave pornography behind. And when you do so, what will happen is the fast speed will come down, the slow speed will come down, and calm focus will pop up in the middle. Brain training will help that too. When you have more calm focus and your brain's not swinging between that pendulum anymore, and it is calm and focused, like attracts like. So what will happen is you will attract a healthy partner. So I see in the comments on this channel too that a lot of people say, I will leave porn behind when I get a partner. Or even worse, people say, I don't want a partner. I'm happy the way that I am, which is mostly not true for humanity. We are an ampersand being. We want to be connected to other people. The ampersand is very important. It's very, very, very important for us to be able to be in a relationship that feels good to us. One that's honest, one that's healthy, one you can be yourself, you can be on purpose in your work, your relationships, with your friends and family, with your hobbies. You feel strong and confident, and guess what? Your partner feels strong and confident also. So you are standing next to each other as two healthy people coming together, not two unhealthy people out here in the extremes trying to feed off of each other by taking from each other, by not giving to each other, by controlling each other. That's what unhealthy relationships look like. Giving too much to please, not giving enough to have control. Healthy relationships are, I'm healthy, I can do this for you, I can serve you. You're healthy, you're totally cool with serving me, and we can give to each other easily. We can go our separate ways and do our own thing and feel strong and healthy and come back together, not be anxiously attached, not be avoidant. I'm going to make a video on attachment styles and how they play into pornography consumption. But when you feel strong and healthy, you get a partner who's strong and healthy, because like attracts like. So, number one, you need to leave pornography behind. Number two is you need to change your expectations of sex. So, right now, if you're single and your expectation is when you meet someone that you're just going to have sex with them immediately and you're thinking of them as a sexual object, which likely you are because that's what happens to brains when they go back to pornography consistently and frequently, they start seeing people as sexual objects to be consumed. That's not the case. People are whole beings, minds, bodies, and spirits. So you have to shift that perception. Oh, slip of the tongue there, huh? So you have to shift your perception so that you see people as whole beings and you want to connect intimately with a person and get the neurotransmitters flowing in a balanced capacity. Oxytocin, that couples you to another person, not the screen. Serotonin for happiness and joy. Of course, dopamine will still give you pleasure, but in lower levels, so it won't be frying out the reward center in your brain. Now it'll actually feel good, and it won't have that B effect of dropping low and spiking cortisol that gives you more anxiety. It will just keep you in the zone of feeling strong and healthy. So you have to change your perception of sex. You have to make it so that you want to have that connection, have some eroticism, some intensity, and an experience with another person, not a performance that gives you a massive amount of intensity so it blows your doors off in the short run, right? Short-term gain, long-term loss because your brain keeps needing its doors blown off, and you can't get that with a person. You can only get it by going back to the screen, and it keeps you in the proverbial downward spiral across the rest of your life. So if you are single out there and you are looking for healthy sexuality and eventually you want to find a partner, or maybe even sooner rather than later, leave the screen behind, reboot your perceptions of sex. Look at people as whole people who you want to get to know better. Think of it like it's 1950 out there. Take them for like Happy Days. Don't even tell me. So many of you probably don't even know what Happy Days is. Take them for a shake. Then, you can go get a burger and fries. Then the next day, you can meet them for coffee. Then another day, you'll hold their hand. Then you'll kiss them. And then eventually, you'll be able to have a sexual relationship. Build intimacy, not just sex out of the gates. Okay, if you're looking for help on this Porn Brain Reboot journey, visit my website at drtrishlee.com because I am here for you and I would absolutely love to help you be successful, especially if you want to find a relationship. You can. I'm here to tell you, yes, you can. So if anybody's going to say I don't want a relationship, or they're overrated and I'm happy with the screen, you might feel that way right now, but there's more out there for you. Okay, and remember, control your brain or it'll control you.